lifetime in mind, could have written a piece of American literature as pro-peace and anti-war and anti-military industrial complex as that. And a West Point graduate to boot. It shows you that the closer you are to the horror, the more you recognize the evil of its origins.
And that's why he wrote this. He hated war because he saw it.
Yes.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. He warns us. Not even a mention. Yesterday, again, was the, 63rd anniversary of this, the 62nd, 62 years ago. Not a mention. And then you mentioned about Kennedy. I have his speech over here, to a commencement speech address at American University, Washington, D.C., June 10th, 1963.
Oh, that's a great speech.
Right?
That speech is second only to his inaugural address. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. It's a great speech.
Right. He talks about peace, all about peace.
Yes.
And he ends it, by saying that, that the United States won't be going to war. 5 months later, after this, Jack, you're dead. 8 months after that, Vietnam War.
Yes.
You're not allowed to talk about peace. Look what's going on at this Davos conference. One warmonger after another being brought up. That I'm sick and tired of this crap. That if only women were in charge, things would be so wonderful. The good and bad comes in every race, creed, color. Take it easy. You got, Hillary Clinton saying that when they asked her how did she feel when they found out that Gaddafi was killed. We came, we saw he died. Yeah, Madeleine Albright, when they asked her on 60 Minutes, was the price of the sanctions that Bill Clinton put on Iraq worth the price, Leslie Stahl asks her, of 500,000 Iraqi children under the age of 5 killed? Yes, it was. And now you got this clown woman playing the head of the EU over there. What's her name? Vander something?
Yeah.
Yeah. More war. We got to keep this going. We got to keep sending them more weapons. We got to keep them sending more weapons. Not a peep about peace.
You are the first person that I know of, and you and I both monitor this for a living, who has predicted that World War III has already started.
Yes.
As of yesterday, our friend Colonel Doug McGregor, I don't know where he got these from an open source, I'm sure, sent me photos of American tanks being unloaded from American ships on a dock outside of Denmark and on their way to Ukraine. German tanks and French tanks are on their way as well. World War III is gradually being accelerated. As we speak, Gerald, there are several hundred Ukrainian technicians and soldiers in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Yes, Oklahoma, USA, being trained on operation, maintenance, and repair of the Patriot missile system. It will take a year for them to learn how to use this. What does the government know that we don't know? If they expect that American troops will be boots on the ground in Ukraine in a year. The cover story of the Trends Journal this week. When all else fails, they take you to war. Joe Biden's got a lot of headaches, not the least of which is his own classified document headaches. What will take those headaches off the front page? War.
What do you think about this classified document issue?
I don't think they're going to indict the president. Well, they won't indict a sitting president. They'll probably say there's only 20 documents. He forgot that they were there. He cooperated immediately. Trump stole them. Trump hid them. Trump tried to frustrate the FBI. Trump had more sensitive documents. Trump had his people lie to us. These are the differences. I think that's the way that it will probably go. I will tell you this. The special counsels that have been appointed are very serious prosecutors. They are not pushovers and they're not political. The special counsel investigating Trump is a superb, brilliant, gifted lawyer who once clerked for Supreme Court Justice William Rehnquist. You have a Republican investigating Biden. The special counsel investigating Trump is a serious, lifelong federal, no-nonsense federal prosecutor. They don't make the decisions. They compile a report. They submit it to Merrick Garland. He decides whether or not they should ask grand juries to indict.
And what do you
There
think?
are three DOJ opinions on indicting the president. One says you can, two say you can't. The DOJ have followed the two that say you can't since the Nixon years. So even if they decide that what Biden did, keep classified materials in a box in a garage, is a criminal act, they won't act on that until he leaves the White House. Trump's case is different. Trump acknowledges he took these things because he mistakenly claims they're his, and then engaged in a shell game before the FBI showed up to try and hide it. You know what the government does when you frustrate their ability to prosecute you. They call it obstruction of justice, and it's an independent crime, and they are merciless in prosecuting for that crime. So Trump's in hot water. Joe will skate, my opinion.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Judge. Your opinion really counts a lot because you're very accurate in what you see, what you know, and what you forecast. So thanks so much for being on, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Gerald. All the best.